Danny, just what was the thought process behind assigning Jet to Guelph?
Jet? Very simple. We want him to play high minutes. We liked what we've seen. He could have stayed here. He showed that he can play, but we want more than that for him in the long run. And we felt at this point it was time for him to start playing high minutes and more of an offensive role. Get back, playing power play, killing penalties, facing the top opposition on the other team on a nightly basis. Thinking about the long term with him. Because that's what we expect down the road for him. So we also want to prepare him for the World Junior Championship, because it's tough if he's playing 7-8 minutes a night for the first 3 months of the season. You send him to the World Juniors and they expect to play him 15 to 18, maybe 20 minutes. It's a tough adjustment to change like that. So you got to get used to those minutes, and it's should give him plenty of time to get conditioned to play in high minutes.
Did you guys see any year-over-year progression, from where he was last season when he got the 4 games versus how he performed this season in the 4 games?
We saw more of a progression at the end of the year in Lehigh Valley with him. Now, remember he was banged up this summer, had to miss the rookie camp. And even I didn't like his first week of camp. It's like he needed a week to kind of get going. Then I thought he stepped it up. He got better as the camp went on. But we saw a big progression last season. When he came in to play in Lehigh, he was pretty impressive. He played really well. He was arguably our best player down the stretch and into the playoffs. So that was really encouraging to see. He was able to put up points as well. But that was the product of playing heavy minutes in junior too, feeling comfortable on the ice, like having all his repairs everywhere. And that takes time. So, I'm not too worried about him coming out of the gate a little slower first week of camp. I thought after that he was coming around. But again, playing 6 to 8 minutes a night is not ideal for him.
The top 9 was pretty much set.
He's obviously a young guy, right? And this is the second year he's gone back to juniors. I guess what gives you the confidence that from an emotional perspective he's going to be fine? He won't let it linger. He won't let it affect the way
that's
he
his
goes
job.
next.
That's his job. I mean, I know he's young. He just turned 19, but it's all part of the progress. It's going to make him stronger. He's got strong character, so we're not worried about that. He's got strong leadership qualities, so we're really not worried about that. He's got a good team around him. He's got support staff here and the people, his parents, his friends, his agent around him. So really we're not worried about that. It's about him playing some heavier minutes and to keep developing his game. We know he's reliable defensively, and what we want to see for him is take some chances and see how far you can push. Where he can push his game on offense. That's what we'd like to see from him. But look, he's a big part of our future. We're excited about him. We just want to try to develop him the right way.
Going into the season, though, your top 3 centers were pretty much set, it's fair to say, was let's say Zegras or Dvorak, Cates, and Couturier. I mean, he was kind of slotted already in onto that 4th line. I guess was the hope he would push for a top 9?
We went. Keep in mind, all of these guys, other than Sean, who's played his whole career in the middle, Cates, Zegras, or Dvorak can also play the wing. So, if he had, come in and really forced our hand, and forced us to find a way in the top 9 for him, it might be different. But we didn't feel he was quite ready for that role.
Bobby Brink said today that the 2 things you look for in a player are speed and smarts, and he said Jet has those 2 things. Do those 2 qualities give you hope that he can really develop into a really good player for you guys?
Absolutely. He's going to play in the NHL. There's no doubt about that. Now, how high does he get? That's really up to him. But it's in there. I mean, the speed alone is going to scare a lot of teams eventually when he gets more comfortable, when he gets more assertive out there. The speed alone is probably his biggest assets, and we've seen him make plays as well in juniors, and that's what we want for him to keep improving on and feel more comfortable doing. And then he did it in Lehigh Valley last year too. So, and believe me, I've been part of it. It took me a while to feel comfortable enough to make those plays. So I know exactly what he's going through. It takes time. From our end, we need patience. We need to give him time to find that comfort. And on his end, his job is to find a way to break through.
Danny,
much
was
of
there
your
was there a consideration? There's that loophole with the conditioning stint in the AHL if he sits out a number of games in the NHL. Was that a consideration for you guys at all?
Yeah, we looked into that. We just felt it was another week again of sitting around and you're not allowed to play him, and then you send him down. We would have liked to do it, and he's probably that one player that could have benefited. When we talked about that rule possibly coming, it would have been perfect for a guy like Jet because of where he's at in his career and how he played last year in the American League. Not quite ready to play in a top 9 role in the NHL. It would have been ideal, and we wanted, but again, we would have had to wait another week, and then after that, you're only allowed 2 weeks. But you got to keep him on your roster too, and that complicates things. So there's all kinds of little things like that were coming into play that just made it difficult. So we figured it's best to just send him back, have him, go play heavy minutes, and get ready for his junior year and his hopefully the World Juniors.
There's been a lot of
Two
talk
more.
with Jet in terms of his lack of shooting. I guess how much of a conversation was that? And
That's-
what is that like a focus maybe for him at Guelph now?
Yeah, but it's not a worry. It's not for us. Like I said earlier, it's a comfort thing. He just needs to feel comfortable. I know how you feel as an 18 or 19-year-old. You're coming in, you're trying to please everybody around you. You're trying to, you're on the ice with guys you've been watching on TV. You have a Travis Konechny beside you. Obviously, you're going to force a pass there. It's human nature. That's just how it is. It takes time, and hopefully he's going to get out of that pretty soon. And we've seen him play in juniors. He can shoot the puck. He's got a good shot. It's just the confidence that he needs to do it here now.
Danny, are you able to provide updates, injury updates on Risto and Bonk?
So in Risto's case, everything's coming along nicely. It's pretty soon. We're hoping he starts practicing with the team. I don't know how far away that is, but he's progressing well and everything's going well. We're hoping, next month, in about a 4 to 6 weeks range, hopefully he's back with the team. As far as Oliver, we didn't know how serious it was at first. We kept him out of rookie camp and then lingered. We kept him out of main camp thinking that it would get better, and it's been a slow process with his upper body injury. But it's going well now. We're just hoping that there's no setbacks. We're trying to give him the time and proper space, between skates for him to feel good enough to come back and play. It's a little tougher on the timeline with him. We're kind of waiting on the progression and making sure there's no setback on him.